Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I'm really excited to bring you these wonderful paper pads from Hunky Dory Crafts. This one is called Foxy Fun paper pad. This one is Steampunk, Flower Jars, and Musical Moments, and they're from a line called Matt-tastic. They're sort of large. This one is sort of tall rather. They're 3 3/4 inches wide by 8 inches tall. Gives you lots of fun room to play with. They are meant to coordinate with both gold and silver wonderful stacks of Miri cardstock. They're perfectly sized to fit on them, and I'll show you how that's going to work. So let's start off with Foxy Fun. So this one is adorable. Debbie and I were really looking at this and just giggling because it's got a sort of hand-drawn modern feel, very whimsical, and we just love this little fox. This guy is so sassy with his glasses on, and we just loved them. So cute. We've been playing with these and we like tore some pages out looking at them, so they're kind of, one's upside down, sort of haphazard there. So here's an adorable card that Debbie made. As you can see, she cut this one down, okay? And then she took one of the background papers. It has some all over patterns in here. Let me see if I can find this one easily. Probably not easily. Here we go. At the very back. So she took this one and tore the top and bottom edges and matted that with her gold Miri paper. And then it has some great cutouts, and she added a little baker's twine there too. And of course, a couple of little of our favorite 49 and Market pixie petals. For a little extra color there. Very, very cute. So you can see you can cut them down or you can use them in the full size. So here's one. Let's go to the musical papers. Musical Moments. And as you can see, these have got great cutouts there. All different kinds of instruments. So if you have a music lover in your house, this would be a great one to have. So here's one that Debbie did where she actually took the guitar. Let's see if I can find that one again. Here it is. So she cut this one out, okay, and then she put it on another sheet just like it. So she took 2 of the sheets, 2 of the 4 that you get, cut one out, foam taped it, and put it back over the other one so you can get some dimension there. And then she embellished that with these diamond sparklets. This is the glitter set. And then, oh, sorry, this is the monochrome sparkles. And then also these little clear stars, and this was crystal stars from the sparklets, just to give that little glitz. And I love how she put the little rhinestone, they're self-adhesive, right there on the guitar. All right, so let's take a look at Steampunk. All right, here's a card used in its full size. And as you can see, what's great about this, I'm going to take one of these pages out here. Okay, is that these pages are perfectly sized and sort of pre-done so you can mat them on the Miri paper perfectly. So they're just a little bit smaller than the Miri, which I think is so great. You don't have to cut it down anymore. That's great. So for Steampunk, let's take a look at this. Fantastic gears. I love that background paper. The little cutouts for sentiments. And I love all of the different, look at those butterflies with the clockworks on them. Got some steampunk goggles, which is the one I used here. And hats and bird cages and helium balloons and more background papers. Really beautiful. So for this one, I just took this sheet right here and I made my base out of cardstock. And I should measure this for you to give you an idea. So this is just pastel cardstock. As you can see, I just put a little cutout there. So this is about 8 5/8 by, almost a square. So it's 8 5/8 by 8.5 inches. Scored the center. There we go. And then I took this paper right here and just glued it right vertically to the left side, and then matted the goggles paper, and then just put that on silver and glued that right to the center. And then added a few, let's see, this one is the salmon, and then I also used the desert Sky shimmers, which were great to use for this. The shimmers were just kind of this beigey tan color, and it worked really nicely with the steampunk. And so you see I got a little bit of shine there. All right, so now let's take a look at the flower jars. This one also really adorable. I love canning jars, so I was all over this one. Some great background papers. All right, so this one is sort of an extra large card, and I started out with pastel cardstock. Let's measure this. So this one was 12 inches wide by 8 3/8 inches, and then I scored it 4 3/4 inches from the left side, folded that over, and then just matted one of the pieces, put that right on the center there, and then used some gold jewel border dazzles here, and then placed, this is a full sheet of the background paper. I just glued that right there to the right side, and I just put a dazzle there. And then this paper right here was actually on this paper. So I just cut the greeting out, saved this one for something, the bottom and the top of it for something else. And then I just matted that with some of the gold as well and foam taped that over the front. So really easy. And then I like to put little bits of dimension here, so I put a bow here. And then I also wanted to add a little more glitz, so I just used some gold jewel dazzles, picked those up with my knife. And then you can just plop and put those right on the center of these flowers, and it just gives just a little something extra, which we love that in card making, don't we? Just that little something extra. All right, let me show you another card I did. Oops. All right, so here we go. This one, full sheet, didn't do anything different here, matted it on my cardstock, and then I wanted to play with all of the fun embellishments. So I've got, these are sunshine pixie petals, and then I also used the Coral Coast sparklets and put a little twine bow there and just had fun. And then the little daisies are actually some of the cutouts. Come on, cutouts. That come right out of here. Here we go. There's 2 daisies right there. So I cut those out and foam taped those there. And then the inside used one of the little cutout jars with a little sequin as well. So that one was really fun to do because I love embellishments. So let me show you how to adapt these cards to a 4x6 format. And where's my card? Here it is. My blank card. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is glue. I started out with this sheet of paper, but I wanted to cut it down. So I cut it down like this, and then I'm going to mat that right there. So I should tell you how long it is. I kept the width. So I cut that to 6 inches long, nice even number. A little glue on here. And I love that these are just ready to go as far as that mat. That's just a handy little thing. It's a small thing, but it's great. Then I'm going to take this tag background paper. I'm going to glue that to this side, but I'm going to leave a little bit of white on that right edge. All right, and I'm going to glue this one right over that, also leaving a white edge. All right, and then there's these wonderful sheets of cutouts again. So I cut out some flower shapes and a tag. All right, so the only thing I noticed when doing this last night was, okay, I have to line up the right flower with the right cut out. There we go. That. And like that. And then here's my tag. Put that right there. And then I love to add a little more dimension with my flowers. I love these little pixie petals. They're so sweet and just the right size for card making. They're great for scrapbooking too. Go. And of course, we want to use a little bit of our sparklets. And I think these would be great just to add on the center. I'm going to put on the center of each flower one little sparklet. And that glue will dry clear, and then the centers will have just a little bit of shine. Go. I could even add a little bow around the jar. Very, very sweet. And then I noticed too, you guys, I forgot to mention another steampunk card we did here. Here we go. I'm going to go back to steampunk, so backpedal a little bit. So how to do that kind of same technique. How do you cut this down? Right, so I'm starting out with a full-size sheet and a full size of the background paper. So on this one, I'm going to cover the right side. Excuse me, this is my left side. Okay, and then on here I'm going to find just the right amount. Put a little more glue on here. I was a little conservative with that. And here I like to go ahead and place a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to find just the right spot. Oh, I glued this farther down. Right about there. That way I get to include this great little cluster of gears. Okay. And then actually, before I glue this edge down, I'm going to take some of the Miri paper, which is great for tearing. Okay, and I'm just going to tear, this is probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch wide. All right. Normally I would have put that on there before I glued everything down. Right. And then a little more here to glue my paper edge. Turn it over so we're not cutting blindly. We can just see what we're doing. Cut that even with the top and bottom edge. There we go. And then these little guys, I used more shimmers rather. Put one in the center there. Few of these little sparkles, and of course there's a cutout there that I foam taped right there. As you can see, these things are so versatile, you guys. I'm definitely going to be putting them in my stash of crafty bits. We have a great money saver on these, so I would encourage you to take a look at that. If you're watching us on our vlog page, it's right under the video, big bold letters, money saver. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just look in the description below, and that will take you to the Money Saver as well as to paperwishes.com, where you can see more videos and lots more goodies to play with. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.